When pain tries to break you, discipline keeps you moving. This is where strong people are built. Pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to reveal you. In those moments of doubt, when your body is tired and your mind wants to escape, discipline is the quiet voice that says, one more step. Not because it's easy, not because you feel strong, but because quitting would cost you the person you're trying to become. Build discipline, especially when pain tries to break you. There will be days when pain feels heavier than your purpose, days when motivation disappears and discipline is all you have left. That's the moment most people turn back. But discipline isn't loud. It doesn't beg. It doesn't promise comfort. It simply asks one question. Will you move even when it hurts? Because every time you choose discipline over pain, you don't just survive the moment. You become stronger than it. Pain tries to break you. Discipline builds the version of you that cannot be broken. Build discipline. Pain won't last. No one sees the hardest part, the silent battles. The nights you push forward with nothing left but willpower. Pain shows up uninvited. It drains your body. It attacks your mind. But discipline is built in silence. When no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when quitting feels reasonable. Every step you take through pain is proof that you're becoming stronger. Not because you feel ready, not because you feel motivated, but because you refuse to let pain decide your future. Pain tries to break you. Discipline builds the version of you that will never break. Strong people aren't born, they're disciplined. You won't always feel ready. You won't always feel strong. Some days, pain will be the only thing that shows up on time. It will whisper excuses. It will offer comfort in quitting. But discipline doesn't care about comfort. It cares about who you're becoming. Every rep done in pain, every step taken in doubt, every moment you choose to continue, that's discipline being built. Not in confidence, not in motivation, but in discomfort. Pain is loud, discipline is quiet. But in the end, discipline always wins. Because pain can break your body, but discipline builds a mind that refuses to surrender. One day, you'll look back and realize it was never about the pain. It was about the moments you wanted to stop, but didn't. Discipline wasn't built in comfort. It was built in resistance, in loneliness, in choosing the hard path when no one would blame you for quitting. Pain came to challenge you. Discipline stayed to shape you. And that's why, no matter how hard life hits you, you stand unshaken. Because pain passed, but discipline stayed. So when it hurts again, and it will, remember this moment. Breathe, stand up, take the next step. Not fast, not perfect, just forward. That's discipline. Built quietly, chosen daily, stronger than pain. I don't need motivation. I have discipline. I don't wait to feel ready. I move anyway. Pain can scream. Doubt can beg. I stay disciplined. Not today, not tomorrow. Every day. No applause, no shortcuts, no excuses. Just pain, just discipline, just progress. And that's enough. Pain doesn't wait for permission. It arrives unannounced at the worst possible time. When you're tired, when you're unsure, when quitting feels reasonable. Pain doesn't ask if you're strong enough. It asks one simple question. How bad do you want this? Most people answer by stopping. They wait for motivation. They wait to feel better. They wait for the pain to pass. But discipline doesn't wait. Discipline is built in the moments no one posts about. In the quiet mornings, in the late nights, in the seconds where your body says no, but your mind says move. Pain will try to negotiate with you. It will tell you to slow down, to skip today, to start again tomorrow. But discipline understands something pain doesn't. Tomorrow is built by what you do today. Every step taken while hurting teaches you self-respect. Every decision to continue builds trust with yourself. You stop needing motivation because discipline becomes your identity. Not loud, not flashy, just consistent. Pain is temporary, but the discipline you build in pain stays with you long after the moment is gone. So when pain tries to break you, don't fight it with emotion. Don't fight it with anger. Fight it with discipline. Move slowly if you have to. Rest when you need to. But never stop moving forward. Because one day you'll look back and realize the pain didn't defeat you. It trained you. It shaped you. And discipline turned you into someone who cannot be broken. There will be moments when pain feels endless. Not dramatic pain, but the quiet kind that drains you slowly. The kind that makes ordinary days feel heavy. The kind that makes progress feel invisible. This is where most people lose themselves. They don't fail loudly. They fade. They stop showing up. They stop believing. They stop trusting themselves. Not because they are weak, but because pain is convincing. Pain tells you rest is quitting. Pain tells you discipline is too much. Pain tells you you deserve comfort. And sometimes it sounds reasonable. But discipline isn't about being extreme. It's about being honest. Honest about what you want. Honest about who you said you would become. Discipline is the decision to keep a promise to yourself even when breaking it would feel better. Pain will challenge your patience, your consistency, your identity. It will ask you, are you disciplined or are you just motivated? Because motivation disappears the moment things get uncomfortable. Discipline doesn't. Discipline stays when progress is slow, when results are silent, when no one notices your effort. And over time, something powerful happens. You stop fearing pain. You understand it's not a signal to stop. It's a signal that you're being shaped. Pain no longer controls your actions. Discipline does. And that's the moment you stop being breakable. At some point, discipline stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like identity. You don't wake up asking if you feel like doing the work. You wake up knowing this is simply who you are. Not perfect, not fearless, just consistent. Pain still shows up, it always will. But now it doesn't scare you. Because you've seen it before. You've survived it before. And every time you did, you became someone stronger. Discipline changes how you see yourself. You trust your word. You trust your actions. You trust that you won't quit on yourself when things get hard. And that trust is powerful. It changes how you walk into hard days, how you handle setbacks, how you respond when life pushes back. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this building in me? Pain becomes part of the process, not the enemy. And slowly, quietly, your discipline becomes your legacy. Not what you say, not what you post, but what you repeatedly do when no one is watching. That's how discipline outlives pain. That's how you become unbreakable. There's a quiet power that comes from staying disciplined long enough. You stop explaining yourself. You stop proving yourself. You stop reacting to every wave of pain. Because you understand something now. Strength doesn't need noise. Pain still visits, but it no longer controls your direction. It no longer dictates your pace. You move forward without drama, without urgency, without needing anyone to notice. Discipline has taught you patience, and patience has taught you mastery. You know when to push. You know when to slow down. You know the difference between rest and retreat. This is where most people never arrive. They chase intensity. You choose consistency. They look for breakthroughs. You build foundations. Day after day you show up, not because it feels good, but because it aligns with who you are. Pain becomes background noise. Discipline becomes the signal. And in that silence, your confidence grows. Not loud confidence, not borrowed confidence, earned confidence. The kind that doesn't shake when things go wrong. The kind that stays steady when pain tries to test you again. This is mastery, not control over life, but control over yourself. Discipline is quiet power. Here's the truth no one likes to admit. Even the disciplined fall. You will miss days. You will lose momentum. You will have moments where pain wins the argument. That doesn't erase your discipline. Discipline is not perfection. It's return. It's the ability to come back without self-hate, to continue without excuses. Pain will use your mistakes against you. It will tell you, you already failed. Why try again? But discipline answers differently. It says, start from where you are, do what you can, begin again. Every return strengthens you, not because it feels good, but because it proves something important. You don't quit on yourself. The strongest people aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who don't stay down. And each time you return, pain loses a little more power over you. You learn that progress isn't fragile. Identity isn't fragile. They survive mistakes. Discipline doesn't demand a perfect past, only an honest next step. And that's enough. Fall, return, repeat. Eventually, something changes. Pain still exists. Life still hits hard. But you are no longer the same person who met pain for the first time. You've built routines when it was uncomfortable. You've kept promises when no one was watching. You've returned even after falling apart. And all of that leaves a mark. Not on your body, but on your character. You trust yourself now. Not because everything works out, but because you know you'll handle whatever doesn't. Discipline has given you something rare. Stability in chaos. When pressure rises, you don't panic. When progress slows, you don't quit. When pain shows up again, you don't ask, why me? You ask, what's the next step?